scared.
That's normal.
Hello and welcome back to Scenes from the Hat. We are on live, yes indeed. I have taken a brief, temporary sabbatical because my brain was scrambled, and thankfully enough, our wonderful Mr. Jeremy Knox decided to step in and give it a shot, and he did very well. Yay, Jeremy. Woo! Who let the jokes out? Who? Anyway, enough for music. I am your host, Jay Sterling. Welcome to Scenes from a Hat. We are live, we are online, speaking to you from our little sequestered cubes across the nation that looks a lot like the Twin Cities metro area and one odd child in Michigan. And I would like to introduce to you the wonderful people that are going to be entertaining you tonight. In square number one, Miss M.A. Dorfler. In square number two, Mr. John Bickford. And square number three, Jeremy Knox.
The left you should have taken in Albuquerque.
And in chair number four, or square number four, Mr. Mark Olson.
Hey, Jeremy, let's go slot car racing.
Right? When he pulled that up, I went, oh, I used to have one of those. Oh, bring back my childhood.
I need to find the rest of it.
Welcome to tonight's episode, The Carnage of Spring. I once called Remy Argentum many years ago. So, right, we're live, we're online. It's been so long. Do I do a promo first, or would you keep going? Murph, you got the wrong colored hat up. Oh no, blue is right. Purple's live. I'm sorry.
Don't stare him like
my
that.
glasses are blue tinted, so I'm seeing everything through the bottom of a wine glass. We have a couple shows coming up I want to mention right now, and we'll mention again later, more detail. We are appearing in a couple of weeks at Northern Stars Theater, which is in Ramsey, on Saturday, April 23rd. And prepare your little blue hearts out, because we're going to go blue. It's going to be an all-adult show, and we're allowed to run a little bit wild. Details. Dun, 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 dun. It's in the details. And after that, we will be at the Mall of America, Rick Bronson's House of Comedy, on May 1st, Sunday at 7 p.m. And we want to thank you folks for coming out on Sundays, because that's hard duty, man. And that's great. We really appreciate it. And if you come out and if you tip us, we will pick on someone of your choice in the audience.
Ooh, yeah.
Just saying. Because, you know, one of us spent many years at the Renaissance Festival and they know how to pick on people. Remember, please click like, subscribe, obey, doohickey, ring the bell, whatever it takes. We'll be here for you, and you'll get notifications. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. So, without further ado, come along, we are going to play a game. And it is with fake surprise, I say, oh, we're playing Caption This.
Oh, crap again.
Are we experiencing technical difficulties, Mr. Producer? Nah? Okay, we will continue with the game Caption This. And the way this game works is you, the audience, can participate, and we so very much like it when that happens. Murphy is our producer, and he's going to put up a couple of images, one at a time. We have no idea what these are going to look like. We do know that parental discretion is advised, because...
Yes, please.
Yeah, oh, wow. Some of these are doohickeys. So... when you're ready, Mr. Murphy and dear audience members, stay sharp on those keypads or your voice-activated text to send a message. And image number one. Right. Mr. Bickford.
Welcome to my Etsy store.
Jeremy.
You guys don't shave with a laser level? Jay.
Hi, my name is Raul, and I am the owner of the Unibrow. Mr. Mark.
It's a smiley face. It's a smiley face.
John Bickford.
Yeah, this part, that's just a mask. I'm all hairy.
When you order your Bollywood Cylon from Wish.com, All right, that was a stretch. Jeremy.
He asked his barber for Super Saiyan.
Ooh. Mark.
Ted Cruz Jr.
John Bickford.
In my country, we're considered very handsome.
From Sammy, who's one of our stage and studio performers, not a live performer, she wants to state that I only wax what I want you to see. I don't know if there's a joke or a threat in there. Mr. Bickford.
Yeah, business in the front and party in the top and bottom.
Mark.
This is the back of my head.
Wow. John.
Yeah, this is what happens when the moon is only partly full.
M.A.
Punk, emo, and Neanderthal all in one.
Vampire on a budget. All right. Well, Jeremy.
I fell asleep on a bingo marker.
You know, when I very first saw this image, I'm a parent of multiple children. They have drawn on each other. And that was and all I can think of, in my defense, I didn't know where to go on. So, and before we move on, I've got one more. Oh, got a couple more from audience member Miss Annie Zimbel. Yes, I am an albino. From Mr. John Bickford.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with some yarn and some super glue.
A play on what we heard earlier from our producer, Mr. Steve Murphy, a goth caveman. It's actually not bad. M.A.
When you're so obsessed with geometry that you have to have everything at right angles.
You can learn a lot from Lydia. All right. Well, then let us take one more and then we'll move on. Mr. Bickford.
Yeah, I have to shave this part, otherwise my goggles don't fit.
Peel and stick eyebrows. All right, never mind. Next image, please. I'm not hearing my tone. Are you hearing it?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear it. So if you hear it, that's good. Oh. Yes, M.A.
What Pauly Shore wishes he looked like.
Jeremy.
1 for 10 or 6 for 50.
Mr. Bickford.
Are you ready to smoke some head? And it was gone.
Earth. This is when you take your class picture on April 20th. Mr. Bickford.
Yeah, for some reason I'm banned from Walmart.
M.A.
It's Snoop Dogg's dealer.
Again, from Miss Annie Zimble, day tripping. Oh, I'm going to try to channel my Nick Cage here. I'll be taking these sunglasses and any Girl Scout cookies you may have right now. Mr. Mark.
I'm going to hit up this guy from the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that's walking up the pathway. See if he'll buy some.
John.
I'm in Encino, man.
Jeremy.
I bet his soulmate is dressed like a upper.
Terrible, I get that joke. Mark.
You know, my mule, she's wearing the purple pants.
John.
Yeah, you can catch me in the movie Cheech and Wrong.
Jay.
I've been waiting here for an hour. The stop sign's not changing color, man. I've never been, that's a lie. I know I've been stoned lots of times. Mark.
You know, Maybe I ought to try that.
Jeremy,
If I take off in these bushes and just duck down, the cops will never find me.
right? Another one from our member Sammy. I see high people. Mr. Bickford.
Just looking at the world through weed-colored glasses.
Nice. MA.
Mine's kind of similar, but dude, all I see are marijuana plants. They're everywhere.
I like push these gummies up against my eyes. Mark.
Don't forget your leafy greens.
Alrighty then. I think I will go to Mr. John Bickford.
Yeah, this is called virtual unreality.
Jeremy.
Get out of the sun, man. My prescription will light the joint.
Alrighty then. Dare I say we should go to the next image. Okay. Mr. Bickford.
You gonna fuck with me?
MA.
You rock those heels. Jay?
Yeah, right now I'm starring as Lex Luthor, but in the next scene I'm in the chorus line. Mark.
Androgynous.
John.
Yeah, the bummer is I wasn't supposed to shave my head.
MA.
Well, at least the shoes match my hair.
And I will be hated for this earworm. She had it coming. She had it. Mr. Bickford, you were going to raise your hand.
Yeah, and then nope.
Yeah, nope.
I'm rethinking it.
Okay, all right. Rephrase it. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
My sister's really tall. Where do you get those in that size?
Uh-huh. Mark.
My fans only page is pink heels and big feet.
Mr. Bickford.
Oh yeah, this chair hits me in just the right spots.
Okay, moving on. MA.
What? I'm not afraid of my feminine side.
You know, pink does go with black, I guess.
It does. It really does.
Oh, and when I said that, oddly enough, we got one from audience member Miss Annie Zimble. Well, yes, my favorite color is pink. Why do you ask? Mr. Bickford.
Yeah, just testing chairs at Walmart.
One of those little suns on the carpet? Okay.
Or looks like gears.
Oh, could be. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think, wait a minute. Is he got a pink mohawk too?
Yes.
There it is.
Okay. Yep, there we go. Geez, Murph, we could have come up with a dozen more jokes had you done that. Mr. Bickford, please.
Yeah, this is from the budget TV show The Office meets Mad Max.
Mark.
Like my pink hairdo, you should see my bikini cut.
MA.
Why, yes, the curtains do match the drapes.
Oh, you stole Jeremy's. We haven't had it in like a couple episodes. Wow. Mr. Bickford.
Yeah, but I'm going to play off of that. The curtains and drapes are reversed.
I think I can build on that.
Oh, good.
Pink is for my hairs and my shoes, and the rest is for you. Had to make it rhyme. I wanted to put lipstick in there, and the thong, the bikini thingy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't make it work. So that's the end of this scene.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Murphy. What? No, I don't ask him. I ask you folks. What was Mr. Murphy's search string?
Alternative realities.
Questionable style.
Okay, Cupid.
Ooh, that's good, MA. I think
Okay,
that.
Cupid.
Closet horrors. Closet horrors.
My likes in Tinder. What?
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
All right
Well,
then.
that's kind of unfair because the weed dude, you couldn't really see it. You can only just see part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he was high.
Yeah.
That's why you
Just make them
jump
smaller.
before because you don't get as high if you don't jump.
Especially in an elevator.
Game number 2 is upside down. Game number 2 is news from a hat. We haven't played this one for a while. News from a hat. This is for all 4 players and myself. And the way this game works is that I will be the anchor of a news show. Clearly. Real serious stuff here. And my 4 correspondents are going to deliver a story based on the headline I'm going to announce in a few moments. And to give them a little heads up so they almost kind of sort of know what they're getting into. MA, my dear,
Yes.
you are handling the fashion world. Jeremy, this time you get social media. John, you get your favorite topic, the weather. And Mark, you're going to cover arts and entertainment.
Okay, then.
It did last time you did that. You just leave it to Matthew. So when Murph's ready
Play
to
again.
make the little reel roll, we'll begin. All right, this just in. Holy snowball, Batman! The National Weather Service predicts winter will end in May 2023. Up here in Minnesota and, South Canada, we may be used to this, but I think a lot of things are stirring up. A lot of things. MA, what have you got for us?
Yes. So this is wreaking havoc with everybody's spring line because they had this planned out and now they can't even release it because they have to wait for another year, which, they're going to have to rely on maybe like old lines. Oh, but maybe that whole what's old is new again thing will kick in and maybe it'll be okay. But back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Well, in some areas, I guess parkas are going to be in fashion all year round. Jeremy, I'm going to go on the assumption that social media is just a flame and a buzz with news. What tidbits have you got for us? What are the people saying?
Jay, pretty much what I've got going on my phone here is that Facebook is really angry. Like every single page and every single post, everybody has used the absolute worst face, the angry face. They've used it over and over constantly on the book. I've got it said that I guess Kanye West is really angry and decides he's gonna wear 4 coats. 4 coat. I don't get it either, but hey, it's there. Back to you, Jay.
All right, thank you very much. And what could potentially be the most important segment of tonight's newscast, our resident weatherman, who hopefully has a tie into the National Weather Service and can give us something, John Bickford. John, what have you got for us?
Good day, Jay. I am coming live to you from sunny, warm Australia, where I have emigrated. I saw this coming, and I've told people over and over again, we got to do something. The Earth is going to shift, and it's not going to be good. And nobody listens to me because I'm just on this local fucking place. Sorry, Jay. Back to you.
Well, it seems like we have a tumultuous weatherman as well. Mark, I think you could maybe give us some information here. Arts and entertainment. I mean, the celebs always have something to say. Someone's always doing something based on current events. Is that the case today?
It's amazing, Jay. I'm coming live from Key West, where they seceded where others failed, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And then I realized when this weather story came up, all these Hollywood people are moving to Florida. They're all moving to Key West because then they don't have to put up with the politics of the rest of the state, and it's going to at least be in the 70s every day. And probably warmer, so they don't have to deal with all that white snow and that stuff, unless they really want some white snow. But they can find that here pretty easily. And Cuba's only 90 miles away. Back to you, Jay.
Thank you very much. Rumor has it that the celebrities are organizing their yachts together, and an overhead drone read that the yachts actually spell "we're in this together." Going back to our lovely Miss M.A. with the Eye on Fashion, I would think that there's been enough time where people are they adapting, or are they in complete denial, M.A.? What's going on?
Yes, they are, Jay. And actually, they have accelerated the timing of the summer line, since there are so many people going to Florida that they're going to need the summer wear. So that is their plan. They're speeding that up. Obviously, that's going to cause some extra costs on their part. Maybe that'll be passed on to consumers. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's the plan at this point.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Maybe later on they'll have parkas with swimsuits painted on them and galoshes that look like sandals. Who knows? Jeremy, another round for social media before we sign off. Have you got any hot moments?
Yeah, Jay. Apparently enough people have made the angry face that it has started to actually raise the temperature of the earth. And people making a trip. I was watching a weather news. Oh, that's John. I was watching a newscast about everybody moving to Florida, and that has created a definite shifting move on the earth. Yeah, Kanye West is still wearing 4 coats. Back to you, Jay.
Okay. Thank you for that. John, is the winter affecting you in Australia?
Well, here's the thing. First off, I want to thank Jeremy for being for actually watching me, and I'm now realizing that the Facebook post I saw about emigrating to Australia was misleading because it was very expensive, and moving to Florida would probably have been quite a lot cheaper. So yeah, but anyway, here I am. A lot of beer.
All right. Well, maybe you'll make it through the winter, or 3 winters, Fimble winter, whatever, the beginning of Ragnarok. Who knows?
Yeah.
Before we sign off, Mark, because celebrities are always in the paper, what have you got for us?
Johnny Depp just arrived, and he has brought out his Jack Sparrow costume, and he's organizing all the celebrities in their fancy yachts and a couple of Russian oligarchs that are on the lam, and they are going to go north, and they are going to shoot gay bombs all over the rest of the state of Florida. Everything they're going to shoot is going to end up having a big sign that says gay, 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 and they're particularly targeting the governor's office. Back to you, Jay.
All right. Thank you for that tidbit. And with any kind of luck, maybe Will Smith will slap the governor too, as he's so fond of slapping. I'm your host of tonight's News from a Hat, with the National Weather Service predicting winter will end in May 2023. Stay tuned and don't let your teeth chatter all night. I really liked that angry face you made. I want you to take a picture of that, and somehow we're gonna use it in a show.
Caption this.
All right. What's that, Mark?
We'll use it and caption this.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be awful if Murph uses a picture of every one of us in a caption this?
Oh, God.
There'd be a lot of real quiet because they know that the floodgates would open.
Jay, you know he's listening, right?
Tonight's game, family reunion.
Murph will forget shit 5 minutes after you tell him. So, game number 3 is dramatic pause. Dun dun dun. 3 of a kind. What happened to what? Game number 2 is news from a hat.
Oh my God.
I know
Wow.
it was a joke.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that you tried or the fact that I fell for it and didn't realize it.
Yeah. Steve, you need timing. Timing. Yeah.
Timing. Meanwhile, we're back to 3 of a kind. Thank you very much. And this is a game for the boys, John, Jeremy, and Mark. And the way this game works is that they're going to enact a scene, and throughout the course of the scene, and I love how MA just leans back and starts drinking. I wish I could, someday. But anyway, so they're going to enact a scene, and throughout the course of the scene, I'm going to give them a couple curveballs, suggestions. Well, they're not suggestions. They have to follow through with it. They must keep the scene going, but incorporate these items I'm going to give them. So, for starters, they're going to do it all normal. Your scene, gentlemen, is that you are planning the summer garden. This is a very common occurrence up here in the Midwest. You're planning your summer garden, that is, if you garden. So let's start with 3 of a kind, whomever wants to start off with us first, and whenever you're ready.
I'm saying we plant hops, we plant grapes, we plant barley, and we plant ganja.
I'm totally down in agreement with that. I believe that the ganja is going to have to be in a locked and concealed place.
We can make a little greenhouse out of like somebody's old windows.
Yeah, I have some old windows, maybe somewhere back in here. I don't know. I could probably part with them, although it would make me very anxious.
All right, pause. Now do it like you're in a melodrama.
But if we take windows from your bedroom and you get anxiety, what will happen then?
I have no idea. Oh. We should not
Jeremy,
even
do you
try.
know?
If we take the windows and we use them, we'll be using them, and then you can replace them with something else less useful.
And John, you know what? If we grow ganja, you can smoke it for your anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh, I already do, and I still got a little bit.
All right, pause. I want you to start every sentence with the phrase, I got an idea. I got
an idea. I got an idea. Let's just go ahead and get all of the stuff that you've got here, and we'll grind it up and use it as fertilizer, and then you can smoke it.
I got an idea. Let's not.
I got an idea. Let's check what's in John's freezer.
I got an idea. That's a great idea.
I got an idea
that maybe that's not such a great idea.
I got an idea that I need to change the locks.
I got
an idea that you don't need to change the locks because you never gave any of us a key.
I got an idea. I'm just going to use the second floor window anyway.
Okay, hold it. A couple more here. You're in the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Something's afoot at John's house.
Bogus, man.
Hey, let's see if Socrates can tell us anything. You know, it's like dust in the wind.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go to jail and poison myself.
You know that Joan of Arc lady was kind of hot.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
All right, gents. The last one for this bit. Talk like William Shatner.
I think
You don't
that
have
the
the haze.
I think gardenias would be great.
we should put them next to a great big pot of ganja.
I think milkweed.
I believe that jalapenos would be a absolute add-on to our dishes.
Spock would love these.
But no fucking kale.
We can end scene there. I mean, John already dropped the F-bomb, but now Mark does. Oh my gosh, we're getting...
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're warming up for next Saturday
I think
show.
up to about the two whole ones.
Yeah. Well, I did. It was Murph. I did talk. Period. Like. Period. William. Period. Shatner. Murph sent me a private note stating, "I think you meant Captain like Jim Kirk." And I said, "Well, that's how I had it." I didn't realize that. Yeah. But good job, folks.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Yep. I could have said dramatic pause. I mean, I've always wanted to see a debate between Adam West, Batman, and Captain Kirk. Game 4 is changing lines. And this time we've got John Bickford and Jeremy. John Bickford and Jeremy. And the way changing line works is if they're going to enact a scene, and throughout the course of the scene, I'm going to tell them to change. And whatever the last phrase or statement or whatever portion of which they had just stated, they need to change it. It may sound confusing, and believe me, it's not until they get going. So, changing lines. Gentlemen, your scene is, you want to go ice fishing one last time. Ice fishing one last time. And whenever you're ready, let's let Jeremy start this one off. Changing lines.
Beep, 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 beep. I just want to get out of here.
Help me unhook this IV off of my arm, and then we can get on. Where are we going again?
We're going to Pikes Peak again.
Change.
We're going to the damn river.
Change.
We're gonna go over to where they dump the sewage out of the water treatment plant and get the big fish.
Oh, good. Change.
I understand that you can get fish in a barrel these days.
Yeah, it's no telling what they'll come up with next. I mean, fish in a barrel, that just seems like a lot of fish in a can.
Well, I mean, it's an easier way to carry them around, I imagine. You just put them on one of those carts and you just wheel them to the next spot.
That's what I want. I want somebody to just come with a cart and wheel me off.
Change.
I want somebody to come around and just turn around and leave.
Change.
I want someone who can understand my addled thinking.
Well, I mean, there's no better way to do it than just getting your own fishing spot to go with you. Or put a 50-gallon drum of fish over your grave and mine, and the kids can come and fish with us.
Yeah, that, I mean, how would you go about setting something like that up?
I imagine you can put it in your insurance policy.
Change.
I imagine you could get somebody to come along and just take care of that.
Change.
I don't know, man. I figured you could pay the guy at the Menards to come down with water.
Yeah, but you know, I have not found them always dependable. I mean, I don't know.
No, I tell you, not one of them knows what they're talking about when I go in there no more.
No, they don't know a bolt from another bolt.
Change.
They don't know a nut from their other nut.
Change.
They don't know how long a cock needs to be.
Change.
They don't know anything about groceries. Why are they selling groceries?
Scene. Yep. Last time John and Jeremy went fishing, they took an actual boat and had a good spot, and John told Jeremy to mark the spot, and he put an X on the side of the boat. Unfortunately, they never got the same boat again.
That's a good thing, Jeremy.
Jeremy told John to mark the spot, and he peed in the water.
Yeah. So, Jeremy, was your beep beep a truck backing up?
No, it was a heart monitor.
Wow. How did you guys figure
I got
that out?
that. I was like, I know.
One last time. I was thinking it was just the spring.
Yeah, I was like one for the season, but they went with one last time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well done.
I know.
This is called improv, folks.
Thank you, Jeremy, because I was like, where am I going to go with that? And then he did that, and I was like, okay, now we're old. Boom.
Now we're old, says the second eldest guy in the group. So, all right. Yes,
Oh, I'm the oldest.
John.
Yeah.
The eldest.
Mark's the oldest.
Yep. All right.
Use this again.
Game number 5 is two-line vocabulary. This is for M.A., Jeremy, and Mark. M.A., Jeremy, and Mark. All right. So the way this game works is dun dun dun, dramatic pause. I gotta go to my notes. Yep, Mark is free this time, and M.A. and Jeremy have one line, and one question and one statement. Jeremy and his dumb drug jokes. So they're going to enact a scene. Mark is going to work it as best he can with the fine support he gets from the two talented performers he's working with, who happen to be enabled or hamstrung, depending on how you phrase it, by only being allowed 2 lines. One question, one statement. I think I've stalled long enough. M.A., my dear, do you have your question and statement?
Indeed, I do.
May I have your question, please?
Do we have the time?
Excellent. And your statement, please.
I picked the wrong time to stop sniffing glue.
Jeremy, may we have your question, please?
Should I call for help?
Your statement, please.
We need to think on this.
Mr. Olson, you would probably like to know what your scene is, as would we all. Keeping with our springtime theme, the melting snow is causing a flood. That's it. Who knows where, what, and how you want to play it. So, the snow is melting. It's causing a flood. Mark, do your best. M.A. and Jeremy, let them have it. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Olson, 2-line vocabulary.
Well, here in Scotland, I hope you brought your wellies because it's starting to melt this here snow over here.
I picked the wrong time to stop sniffing glue.
You were sniffing glue? We have heroin in Scotland. Now,
I call for help.
what's glue about if you can get some good heroin? You know, train spotting? Now, the snow is going to melt, and when it does, we're going to have all of our locks getting really full. What's Nessie going to do?
We need to think on this.
Aye, laddie, we need to think on it. We need to figure out what Nessie might want to do.
I picked the wrong time to stop sniffing glue.
You have any left? Because then I'd like to sniff some at this moment.
Do we have the time?
We've got the time for that anytime. So, anyway, the snow is melting. You need your wellies, because if you don't have your wellies, you're going to end up with very wet feet.
Do we have the time?
No, but it would seem that we have a swing line stapler there for us. What can we do with that?
We need to think on this.
Perhaps while you're on the bus, Jeremy, you might think of how we can get the rats out of Scotland.
Should I call for help?
That
Do we
would be
have the
good.
time?
We have time for that, but we should still get back to this snow. It is melting. Now, this melting snow, and I'm having quite a time with my Scottish accent. This melting snow, we need to get to not flood the locks.
We need to think on this.
What can
You
you
have
do,
time?
Emmy?
Hmm?
What can you do to help us with this?
Should I call for help?
Oh, that might be a good idea, Jeremy. What kind
Do
of
we have the
help?
time?
Let's call Monty Python's Flying Circus.
End scene. I like how when Mark said I'm having a Dickens of a time with his accent, and John almost died.
Well, I was like, no, don't say anything. Don't say anything. No, keep your mouth shut.
I can do Scottish, but I really have to focus, and then I end up with received pronunciation English, a little bit Irish. You know, it kind of goes all around the aisles.
This just in from News from a Hat. Apparently, London is 3 feet underwater with sewage. Scotland has 2 wishes left. So,
Is one of those islands Staten Island?
And Ireland's just drinking away. Cheers, boys. Cilantro.
heads up, laddies.
Salud.
Alrighty. So, in the interest of aviation security, please turn your steward into their upright and folded position while we play a game called Let's Make a Date. Let's make a date. And I weighed heavily on this, but since Emmy's the only gal, I decided we're not going to tempt fate. We're going to let her do the guessing. So MA is going to be on a dating show. In fact, not just a dating show. This is the Scenes from a Hat dating show. It is the premier creme de la creme dating shows of dating shows. Bullshit.
Yeah.
And she has 3 so wonderful bachelors to ask questions to find if they are suitable or not for her. And bachelor number 1 will be John. Bachelor number 2 will be Jeremy, and bachelor number 3 will be Mark. And I do so like it when they get their quirks. We'll give Jeremy time to compose.
Yeah.
Right. And so, and MA was going like this, saying it doesn't burn when I do this. So, clearly Jeremy's got his quirk. John and Mark, do you have yours?
Yes.
Bonus A. So, MA, my dear, whenever you are ready, John, Jeremy, and Mark, in that order. Let's make a date.
Well, bachelor number 1. How many drinks will it take for you to put out?
Well, put out the light. I mean, I'm going to replace all these lights in this living room back here, and then I'm going to have to get a contract from, I don't know. Oh, kiddo, here we go with the jackhammer.
Ooh, that sounds nice. Bachelor number 2, what is your most used swear word?
My most used swear word is probably gonna be lollipop. I said it just as soon as the house fell on her and we saw her socks underneath.
Okay. You sound a little young, but bachelor number 3. What is your biggest turn on?
I'm just not going to make it in today. I'm like horking up a lung. So, you know, my biggest turn on is probably not horking up a lung.
That sounds dirty. Bachelor number 1. What will you serve me for breakfast in the morning?
Well, you know, I didn't actually know I was gonna be here all night. I mean, you know, we usually work until about noon, and then kind of slack off for a while, and then it's drinking. Drink it. It's yeah. You gotta just imbibe. Ooh.
I like a few drinks myself. Bachelor number 2. What is your shoe size?
My shoe size is definitely not ruby slippers. I would just say that that's probably not a good idea to peek behind the curtain either. But you can follow the yellow brick road to a new shoe store.
Okay. Bachelor number 3. Have you ever gone skinny dipping?
You know, that's why I'm calling in today. I went skinny dipping in Lake Superior last night, and oh, that's cold water.
All right, MA. I think you probably have these.
I think so.
All righty.
I think bachelor number 1 is a drunk handyman.
Well done. Well done. The first thing you ask is how many drinks.
I was like, oh my God.
What is with
I was
you?
like, oh no.
Read each other's minds.
Trust me, I do not get these ahead of time. Bachelor
what
number
about
2.
Jeremy?
Bachelor number 2 is one of the Munchkins from Munchkin Land.
Yep. I'm pretty certain the ruby slipper is what tipped you off. I mean, he kind of.
The voice actually was.
Well, you said he sounded young, and I thought, oh my, how's he going to get out of this one? So
No, that was a misdirect. I'm sorry.
no, that was perfect. Then.
Hearing.
That was perfect. You had me fooled. And what about Mr. Olson?
Number 3 is trying to play hooky from work.
Wow, very well done.
That's why she's the best.
All right.
I think I'll celebrate with another drink.
You know, Jeremy, I almost
Me
thought
too.
Jeremy, I almost thought your ruby slippers one should have been those fuchsia slippers that the dude was wearing in
Oh yeah, in the second picture.
yeah, the third picture, the guy with the
Was it the third?
yeah, with the pink slipper or the pink pink high heels and the.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a
That's
bald
what I was
woman.
picturing. Oh,
I definitely wouldn't wear rubies in court.
All right, we're on the last game, the quickies. And here we go. This is a game that we all enjoy, and by we all, I mean I like it, and I hope they do too. I mean, it's kind of like I wouldn't say a no-win scenario, but it's kind of like you have to do it. You can't win unless you don't enter. So we dig into the hat, and the first one is. Books I'll never read. Books I'll never read. Yes, MA.
Donald Trump's biography.
Mr. Bickford.
Oh, sorry, the Bible.
Like WC. I'm looking for loopholes. MA.
A comprehensive list of what's in John's freezer.
Ooh, is it indexed? Jeremy.
What about the second marriage?
From audience member Miss Sam Hedden, the dictionary. Mr. Bickford.
My own memoir.
the Muhammad Ali's Guide to Modesty. It's a joke, get it? Because it's all right. We'll move on.
Wait.
Oh, John, go ahead.
Yeah, QAnon, the manga version.
Our next one, I didn't cut these. They're all the same length. Is our Jokerpity, and the way Jokerpity works is, well, y'all know how it works. Today's Jokerpity is apocalypse. Apocalypse. Yes, Jeremy.
What's my safe word?
Mr. Bickford.
What we need now?
Jeremy.
What's a strain I won't smoke?
Hey,
Steve Murphy's stripper name. Mr. Olson.
Yeah, I ain't kissing that damn llama.
From Sammy. What happens when the coffee disappears? Or if the pos disappears. Yes, MA.
why do I love the smell of napalm in the morning?
Ooh. From, I suppose I'll read it. Got a couple of weird ones here. From Miss Annie Zimbel, a slapstick by Will Smith. From Jason Delamater, what is a bat from China? And from Marie, scenes from a hat's finest hour. Low-hanging fruit there. Mark.
Any cookbook.
M.A.
What will the reviews say about our next stage show?
It's going to be pretty wild.
It will be wild.
Hey,
Hey,
If I entered the world symptoms into a Google search, I'm not even. What? How do I? Yeah, we're just finishing. I was about to buzz out of Apocalypse.
it looks right.
Did you fall asleep?
I don't know.
It's okay, Steve. We're good. Everything's fine.
We're all fine. Everything's fine here. We're all fine. How are you? The next quickie is things you can say about the weather, but not your partner. Things you can say about the weather, but not your partner. I believe Miss M.A. was first.
Whew, that was wild.
John.
It'll get better.
Jeremy.
seems to stay consistent.
John.
Wet, wet, wet.
Mark.
Dry, dry, dry.
John.
Coming down pretty hard.
That storm blew over. Mark.
That's a tornado if I ever saw one.
I got 4 quickies right here. I'm going to rattle them off, then I'm going to come back to you folks. From Jason Delamater, it's colder than a witch's titty. From Sammy, aren't we a little cold today? From Annie Zimbel, not that hot. From Melty Matt, whom we haven't heard for a while. Hey, Matt, good to see you. It attracts all the flies. And someone MA knows, and I know, and we both love, Dean Martin. It's really blowing. No comment. Juliet might be listening. John, please go on.
Yeah, I call that a titty twister.
Jeremy.
Full 12 inches fell last night.
From Sammy, looks like a hot mess today. Mark.
They predicted 12 inches, but they only got 4.
MA.
That is just so wet. Jay.
Somehow I thought it would have lasted longer. Mark.
'Tis a wee bit moist.
From audience member Brian Ewald. I can catch it on my tongue. John.
It didn't even wake me up.
Jay.
Sadly, the earth didn't move for me. All right. Oh shit. I could just sit and read audience quotes. Dean Martin, supposed to be gushing in a bit. From Jason Delamater, it's a dry heat. And John Bickford.
Got it.
All right, we'll go to MA and then we'll come back. Miss MA.
That was some lightning strike. Whew.
Yeah, mine was kind of like that. So yeah.
Lightning never strikes twice. Sam, I do not understand your statement.
I think she meant a good crack.
I've had a sheltered life, but she put down, I was hoping for a good quack. Oh, quake. So it wasn't.
See,
Spelling matters,
John,
people.
go ahead.
I thought she meant I was hoping for a good crack.
That too.
That was quick, right?
Yeah.
Oh, our lady has showed up, Miss Marissa. Where are you, girl? Sammy says autocorrect is a jerk. Marissa, I've gone back to something a couple of us said, it's too cold. Too cold. Dean Martin shook me all night long. Clearly, John, that wasn't yours because you didn't even wake up. Yes, Mark, go ahead.
The valleys will soon be flooded.
All right. Can we move on? We can move on. We're going to move on. Back to the hat.
In a row, I've gotten the last one because I just went there.
Yeah. Oh, good for you.
I don't think that's exactly it. I think it's the host saying before we really.
Yeah. We're going over a cliff. You want to stop?
But I'm pushing us there with that last.
Yes.
Anyways, come on, just move on.
Uncommon appliances found in a bedroom. And when I typed this up, I had the worst thought in my head. Uncommon appliances found in a bedroom. MA, go ahead.
Washing machine.
Jeremy.
An air fryer.
Dry. Oh, sorry. From Marissa, a ninja bullet. Well, you got to keep them protein drinks going, girl. Mr. Bickford.
A toaster. Oh no, that's bathroom. No.
Jay.
And this is what I thought of when I typed this out. A vending machine that dispenses various condom sizes.
Yeah.
Yes, I type these out a couple hours before the show, and I generally forget everything. And then when I see them again, it all comes back to me. Mr. Olson, please.
An electric toothbrush.
Some of us don't think that's very uncommon. I'm not speaking for myself. Sorry. I mean, yeah.
Jay.
Parking meter. Jason Delamater says Cuisinart, similar to Marissa's. Mr. Bickford, go.
Taxi timer.
Yeah.
A metronome. Let me turn that up.
Yep.
Never mind. Mark.
A turkey baster.
Oh my God.
Eh,
A microwave for melting gummy bears. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what it would be used for.
From Annie Zimbel, an electric carving knife. Marissa, a change machine. I don't know if she's thinking of an ATM or what. And I know you're waiting. I know I know I got your hand up, but I got to read Marie's. John's freezer. Mark.
A fondue waterfall.
Oh, that's actually gives me a lot of ideas. John.
Cash register.
one of them piggy banks that grabs the money. MA.
Beer spigot.
From Dean Martin, a shop vac. John Bickford.
An air compressor.
Oh.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
blow them up somehow. I mean, geez.
Oh, Lordy. See, I'm glad that we're trying to keep it clean. From Miss Annie, a meat thermometer. Jason Delamater has a square credit card reader.
Yep.
Marie's was like Mark's, a chocolate fountain. And Marissa's got a good one. A jukebox. I like that. All right, MA.
Funnel.
A funnel. Okay, Jeremy.
A military grade ejection seat.
That's funny. As you said that, Dean Martin posted a car lift. John Bickford.
An admission booth.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So Sammy posted a toy claw game. Now that's a guaranteed way to keep me out of the bed because I'll be playing that freaking thing all night. An electric paint gun, a popcorn machine. Annie, a popcorn machine. Do you want chairs with that as well? Melty Matt says an electric chair. Oh my gosh. John Bickford.
Peep show curtains.
And we'll end it there. Well, Marissa is asking Dean a car lift. What kind of dates are you bringing home? Which MA and I know his wife and she's tiny. The last, oh wow, look, if I do this right, it vanishes. No, it didn't work. The last quickie. The last quickie is, it's the fill in the blank. A second date? No thanks. I've blank. A second date? No thanks. I've blank. Mr. Olson.
A second date? No thanks. I've got to get home and put on my pink shoes and get my hair pink.
John.
Second date? No thanks. I've got an air fryer next to the bed.
I have everything I need. Jeremy.
A second date? No thanks. I've got scenes from a hat tonight.
From Jason Delamater. Second date? No thanks. I've scheduled my suicide for that. From Sammy. A second date? No thanks. I've started seeing a therapist. John.
A second date? No thanks. I've got standards.
MA.
A second date? No, thanks. I've got a Groupon.
I should have said Marissa. Mark.
A second date? No, this was a date?
Jeremy.
A second date? No, I've only got enough money for two of us.
From Marissa. Second date? No thanks. I found Jesus. Miss MA.
Second date? No, thanks. I've got a shop vac at home.
Mr. Bickford.
A second date? No thanks. I've got to have at least 3 seconds.
Mr. Olson.
A second date? June 26th.
From Marissa, a second date. No thanks. I did not buy the Google Play card. Mark.
Second date? No thanks. I prefer raisins. I lost what I was going to say, so I had to go with raisins.
Yeah, I do that pretty often myself. From Sammy, no thanks. I've got court scheduled. From Dean Martin, I'm sorry, your credit card was declined. From Jason Delamater, I've decided to transition after this one. Mr. Bickford.
A second date? No, thanks. I've got to book another improv group.
All right, I'm going to take a sip, and we're going once. Jeremy.
A second date? No thanks. I've got a $17.99 OnlyFans account.
Miss M.A.
Second date? No thanks. I think I've got crabs.
You know what? I think I actually saw that one somewhere in the list. So, all right. Mr. Bickford.
A second date? No, thanks. I've got no more money on my credit card.
I don't know if this has been said. I'm usually good at paying attention. A second date? No thanks. Was standards used?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Ooh, from Marie. A second date? No thanks. I'm getting married in the morning.
I'm getting married in the morning.
From Jason. No thanks. I've got restraining order that goes into effect at midnight. Miss M.A.
Second date? No thanks. All the money I have is on the dresser.
Mr. Bickford.
Second date? No, thanks. I've got an ankle bracelet.
Jeremy.
Second date? No thanks. It scared me when the air compressor came on.
Mark.
Second date? No thanks. The wind blows harder than you.
John.
Second date? No, thanks. I've got to drive away.
All right, Miss M.A.
Second date? No thanks. I've got to turn myself in the morning. It'll be 5 to 10.
All right. We're going to go with one more, and that's from Marissa, who is normally part of our online crew. She couldn't make it today. And we're going to close with a second date. No thanks. I'll see you at the family reunion. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are out of here. Thank you for joining us. Excellent audience response. Thank you. Tickled when you folks do that. I'm sorry I couldn't read them all, but they were just flying up fast and furious. There's a lot of great minds out there. What else? Well, the usual. I am Jay Sterling. I am your host, but I want to let you know that we are going to be seen on some stages coming up very soon. In fact, next Saturday, April 23rd at 7 p.m., we're going to once again be at the Northern Stars Theater in Ramsey. It's a great community theater. They do great work for the kids and teaching and stuff like that. And they've let us use their stage to go wild and crazy once before. So well, they said go wild and uber crazy. So we're going to have an all-adult show. There might be some profanity. I think there is. I think John Bickford's part of it. So that's going to happen.
Yes, he is.
And then right after that, on the first weekend in May, we will be at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy at the Mall of America. Sunday. Come on out. That's a good show too. The crowd is smaller, but we get to work with you. We always pull from the audience. Just like we do the chats here. We make sure that the audience is part of, like, I think every single game on the live show. So it'll be really great to see you there, and we'll make it work. All right. With that being said, I want to thank you all for. John, are you trying to say something?
No.
Going like this, like I forgot something, Mark?
No.
I just want to mention the crowd was smaller last time, But if you come, the crowd will be larger, and there's plenty of space at Rick Bronson's. So come have a Sunday night with us and enjoy and play.
Yeah.
We,
Bring all
and we
your
won't
friends.
keep you out too late. Promise.
It wasn't, I mean, it's not, I mean, the crowd wasn't huge like we had at Northern Stars because it's a Sunday, but Sundays are great for coming out. So anyway,
There's space.
thank you for joining. Thank you for attending. I am Jay Sterling. I am your host. But the real important thing is that I am joined by Miss M.A. Dorfler, Mr. John Bickford, Mr. Jeremy Knox, and Mark Olson. On behalf of all of us, our redoubtable creator and producer behind the scenes, Mr. Steve Murphy, thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time. Be cool and be fruity and laugh at something because you know darn well it's going to laugh at you. Good night.